whenever I start. For the last few hours back there, they've been giving me shit because I wore the jacket. I feel that at my age, it was like my responsibility to inject a little class into these proceedings. Actually, I wore it so I wouldn't look as fat as You know, people are living much longer, if you haven't noticed, you know, the jelly jar thing. And I'm 72, but my father is 102. And so I called Social Security, I asked them what I should do now that he's running out of benefits. They mailed me a bulletin. I've been going to Five Guys since it was just one guy. And I take my medicine in the morning, it looks like I'm eating a bowl of Fruit Loops. As you can see, I've been working out. I joined the gym, it's right near my house on the second floor. Actually, the only piece of equipment I use there is the elevator. But they have a great coffee shop. I love the coffee shop. I'm also on the Devil's Island diet, which is, of course, bread and water. Hold the bread. You don't really start getting old until you find yourself doing the Metamucil walk in the morning to the bathroom. I'm old enough now that I don't have to brush my teeth anymore. Once a week, I send them out to be dry cleaned. And I don't read the newspaper. Newsday calls me all the time. They offer me the paper for free. I said, we don't need it. The dog died. The other way you know you're getting old is when hair starts growing every place on your body except your head. I went to the barber the other day, trimmed my ears, he trimmed my nose, he trimmed my eyebrows, $27, never touched my head. My brother, on the other hand, is like a gorilla. In fact, when I go to the zoo with him, I need a special pass to get him back out again. I don't feel that old. I feel like a couple of Viagras and the right girl, I'll be back making movies. When I go to the doctor's often, to gain my cooperation, they'll say something like, if you were my brother, I would tell you to have this operation. And one day a doctor says to me, if you were my father, I would tell you... First doctor that says to me, if you were my grandfather... I guess it's just better than if the doctor says to you, you know, there's really no point in you having this operation. All right, I'm short, but my wife is really short. When I get into the car after she's adjusted the seat, I have to fold up like a transformer. Whenever possible, I use the kids' urinal. It makes me feel tall. I found that the closer I get to a bathroom these days, the worse I have to be. And I don't always make it. In fact, about every 6 weeks I have to buy new pants because all the zippers are rusted shut. So I don't do well at upscale restaurants. A couple of weeks ago we went to a restaurant. I said, I guess I'll have the steak tartare, but make sure it's well done. And I found out that French fries are just regular fries that have surrendered. Last week I went to IHOP, I got diarrhea. Boy, was I hopping. Oh. Never order the diarrhea, especially at IHOP. I don't eat vegetables either. I don't like any vegetables. You know, on the nutrition pyramid, I live in that little triangle at the top. I only eat cookies. Do you have friends that say, like, I'm so good that when I get to heaven, I'm going to get a front row seat? I'll probably get a front row seat, too. To something I've seen before. That sucked. Anybody have trouble sleeping? Not me. Oh, but nobody sleeps like me. I can sleep on a spiral staircase. In fact, when I was younger, back in '87, I took a silver medal at the Acapulco Siesta Fiesta. And I sure I could have had the gold, but of course I overslept. The other night I turned the thermostat down a little too low. I woke up my wife was scraping ice off her eyeball. We get up in the morning, she says, listen, we're going to my hairdresser's baby shower. She's having a baby shower, so we get in the car and we go. And just as we get there, she says, you know, she's from Thailand. I said, oh really? She said, yeah, she's married to a black guy. I said, now you're telling me it's a black tie affair? I also finally figured out how to get my wife to stop shopping like she does. Because whatever she gets, I just say, makes you look fat. Goes right back in. Now I can just figure one out for shoes. I took her to the Genius Bar at Apple the other day. I tried to get her mute button fixed. But doesn't work. Alright, listen, while I've got you all together. Do you know, or are you, one of those people who say, I could care less when something doesn't like it? I could care less. Wrong! It's wrong. If you could care less, then you're not caring as little as you possibly could. It's I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. Oh, are you one of those people who says often? Often? I hear that a lot. It's often. Remember silent letters from when you were a kid? You don't say comb. You don't say receipt. You don't say pneumonia. It's often. Get it right. Or don't. I could care less. I guess my real claim to fame is I've figured out a way to beat them in Vegas. I pick the fanciest hotel, and once a year I send them a check, save the airfare, I'm always ahead. That's my time.